All right, you guys ready? Let's do it. I hope you guys are ready for a little something spooky. It is coming now. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. All right. Welcome. This is Neuro, and we are going to watch something that's a little bit more creepy for you. It's an ad. It's a commercial. Run, hide.
We just can't stop.
They're trying to sell you something.
Nothing stops America, and nothing stops Ram.
If you don't buy that truck, you're not American. Now, I hope you don't have any kind of arachnophobia. This is the insane evolution of spiders.
Spiders are some of the most diverse and unique predators on Earth. Over 50,000 species of spiders live on our planet today, from big and hairy
50,000.
tarantulas to sleek,
And over like 40,000 are in Australia.
deadly widows. Coming in all shapes and sizes, they inhabit nearly every terrestrial ecosystem on the
Look at that little fat boy on the bottom right there. That's a big chubby little pet right there.
planet, hiding in nooks and
That's
crannies.
the
living
guy
in
that was
burrows,
featured in
or
Home
hanging
Alone.
from elaborate webs of silk. But these unique animals weren't always as abundant and
Spider-Man.
sophisticated as they are today. The evolution of spiders began during the Devonian period, around 380 million years ago. In the primitive forests and swamps of what is now North America, there lived a tiny, spider-like arachnid named Atacopus.
It's like a spider
Crawling
scorpion.
along the forest floor,
Look
this
at that
creature
monster.
likely fed on other early arthropods, such as springtails and mites.
Thing's the size of a
Atacopus is
little
one of
shih
the
tzu.
oldest known examples of a proto-spider, formerly belonging to the extinct order Urarinaida.
You know what that
It
reminds
possessed
me of?
silk-producing spigots connected to glands in
What
their
are they,
abdomen, representing one of the
paramites
earliest known
from
examples of
Oddworld?
silk production in arachnid evolution. Atacopus likely produced protein-based silk in a manner similar to modern spiders, but more primitive, resulting in shapeless mats rather than the
They're
precise
supposed to have 8
strands we
legs, but
associate with
those
spiders today.
like feelers in the
It's
front.
unlikely that
Ugh.
Atacopus constructed webs. Rather, it used its silk to protect its eggs
I would
and
take one as a
reinforce the
mount.
walls of its burrow. Despite some similarities to modern spiders, Atacopus did not have a fully developed spinneret, so it wasn't technically a spider. The first spiders did not walk the earth until the late Carboniferous period.
A little loud.
One of the earliest groups of spiders, called Mesotheli, emerged in what is now Europe and North America over 300 million years ago, in ancient forests full of ferns and club mosses. We know more about
Now
these
that looks more
primitive
like a
spiders
natural
because,
spider.
despite their ancient origins,
Oh, those bird
Mesotheli
catchers.
are still alive
I've never
today.
seen one of those.
Over
in, like,
100
in
species
life,
of
in
Mesotheli
person,
live in
but
forested regions of
you
Southeast
imagine
Asia,
a spider
China,
smart
and
enough
Japan,
catching
providing modern
birds?
scientists with an extraordinary window into the chronology of spider evolution.
Making
Before
booby
spiders
traps.
ever constructed webs to snare flying insects, Mesotheli used grounded burrows to ambush their prey. These burrows had special trapdoors that were lined with sensitive strands of silk.
I don't think we need
Whenever an insect
captions.
touched one of those strands, the vibrations alerted the spider to burst from its hiding
Gotcha,
place
bitch.
and claim its dinner.
Got him.
Passive hunting strategies
That's how you
like
eat lunch,
these
right
gave
there.
primitive spiders a significant advantage. While other predators wasted energy catching agile insects, Mesotheli conserved their energy until the perfect moment to strike.
It's being
In
strategic.
Mesotheli, we see
And they'd
ancient
get something
hunting
big they
behaviors,
could eat
as
on
well
it
as
for days,
anatomical
which is
developments that
absolutely
define modern
disgusting about
spiders,
like rotting
like venom.
food or like
Today,
flesh
most
like
spiders
that,
have venom glands connected to their chelicerae, the appendages that hold their fangs. This venom can then be injected into their prey, coming out through a narrow hole near the tip of their fangs. Early species of Mesotheli may have used similar venom to incapacitate their prey, making it easier to kill bigger targets and drag their bodies underground.
Jumanji.
But
That's
this venom
another
serves
one.
a dual purpose. For spiders, venom is a weapon as well as a digestive
The
aid.
original
Spiders
Jumanji with
cannot
Robin
consume
Williams.
larger chunks of solid food, so they use special enzymes in their venom, as well as digestive fluids from the gut, to liquefy their prey's bodies. This process, known as extraoral digestion, allows spiders to pre-digest their food before sucking down the liquefied remains. As far as we know, Mesotheli were the only genuine spiders during the Carboniferous and Permian periods, but in the years to follow, a cascade of environmental challenges shook up the world's ecosystems, challenging species to adapt and change. The greatest of these challenges came at the end of the Permian period, when a mass extinction event nearly eradicated all life on Earth. This event,
You know,
known
it's
as
crazy
the
to
Permian
think
Triassic,
that a
or
volcano
PT
like that, like a
extinction,
mega
annihilated
volcano
81% of marine species
going off can
and
just
about 70%
clear
of
the
terrestrial
table.
vertebrates. Even some groups of insects, which are typically more resistant to extinction, suffered dramatically. In the wake of this extinction event, new ecosystems developed around the world, dominated by opportunistic animals such as Lystrosaurus
What is
and
that? A
Proterosuchus.
Lystrosaurus?
In these ecosystems, spiders filled a variety of
That
niches,
thing had an
making their
unfortunate
unique
looking
predatory
face.
mark. Gradually, spiders in different regions became more specialized, leading to the emergence of new species, including the ancestors of modern-day tarantulas and funnel-web spiders. This group of spiders, called mygalomorphs,
They keep
are
coming
known for their
back.
strong legs, large bodies,
They
and
survived the
downward-pointing
extinction.
fangs. Like Mesotheli, they don't build elaborate webs to catch flying prey. Instead, most mygalomorphs hunt from burrows, building traps and waiting for small animals to stumble into their clutches. While the majority are ambush predators, some mygalomorphs, like tarantulas, are more active hunters, leaving their burrows and using their size and strength to overpower unsuspecting prey.
From Full House to
Ew.
Empty Nest.
We've got the old commercials coming. I guess this is, I mean, for a 10-minute video, having one ad's not terrible.
As the Triassic period progressed, the last and most
The
diverse
video's
group of
gotta make
spiders
money.
emerged on our planet. Known as Araneomorphs, these remarkable spiders have fully developed spinnerets as well as pincer-like fangs that point diagonally instead of straight down. Compared to mygalomorphs, Araneomorphs rely less on their size or strength to overpower their targets.
If you see me like licking the roof of my mouth, I had a root canal today. First one I've ever had before is my front tooth here. And it wasn't bad, but I've been numb pretty much like this evening. And I can feel like my face again. And it's just weird because it's still like partially numb. So believe me, I'm not like tweaking out here. I'm actually kind of chill. I need to wake up a little bit. But it does have this weird sensation.
Instead, Araneomorphs developed highly specialized venom that disrupts their prey's nervous system, often causing paralysis or death. With their different anatomical strengths, Araneomorphs and mygalomorphs were both effective insectivores during the Jurassic period. We think of this as the age of huge and ferocious dinosaurs, but in the shadows of these giant reptiles,
I
spiders
can only
were
imagine
quietly
how
evolving
long
into
would
highly
something that
sophisticated
big, like
invertebrates.
a Brachiosaurus,
However,
could live.
it wasn't until the late Jurassic, and then more commonly in the early Cretaceous, that Araneomorphs made their greatest evolutionary leap, constructing the very first complex spider webs. Spiders likely started building complex webs in response to the rapid expansion of flying insects. In the animal kingdom, it's common
catching
for
nets,
predators and prey to
making
evolve side by side.
Fly catching
As
nets.
one group advances, the other group evolves to keep up, driving both species to adapt and innovate. Cretaceous insects were developing more sophisticated wings and better defense mechanisms, making them more resistant to slow, ground-dwelling predators. So spiders adapted by building their webs up in the forest canopy, where insects
that's
often
crazy.
flew into their
It's
silky
like they
traps.
learn to catch their prey.
With the innovation of complex webs, Araneomorphs exploited a wider range of niches during the Cretaceous period.
Like the
Web
old
building
ancient
species
spiders
began
didn't do
adapting the
this.
sizes and shapes of their webs to suit different ecosystems and capture different types of prey. The first orb weavers constructed wide geometric webs, which hung in the openings between trees.
Oh,
These
you ever
webs were
walk into
designed
one
to
of those on a
intercept the
hike?
flight paths of insects like beetles, wasps, and flies, which often flew unaware into their sticky traps. Tangleweb spiders, which include modern species like black widows.
You know,
fill
spiders are
different
the one
niche.
things I try to
These
leave in the
spiders built
house
their
if I
messy,
find them.
irregular webs
I'm not
among
always
grasses and
trying
thick
to
brush,
wipe away the
where
cobwebs.
they preyed upon crawling insects like
They eat
ants
the
and other
mosquitoes,
arachnids.
which are way worse.
Fossils preserved in amber reveal that many Cretaceous
those
spiders were
guys.
remarkably similar to their modern counterparts. But before they reached
This
the
is how
modern
Jurassic
era,
Park
these
started.
spiders would have to overcome yet another life-threatening
You
challenge.
guys hear
At the end
they're
of
trying
the
to
Mesozoic era,
bring back the
another mass
mammoth?
extinction event, called the Cretaceous Paleogene, or KPG extinction,
Dinosaurs are
annihilated
coming, man.
75% of plant and animal species, including all non-avian dinosaurs. The impact of this event was nothing short of catastrophic, yet spiders emerged relatively unscathed. In fact, after the KPG extinction, Araneomorphs entered a period of tremendous diversity and
It's
specialization.
like a little doggy.
As the Cenozoic era began, flowering plants were taking over the world's ecosystems, co-evolving with flying pollinators like bees, butterflies, and beetles. As these populations skyrocketed, spiders adapted new hunting strategies, evolving tricks like camouflage to capture specific kinds of prey. Crab spiders, for example, use their colorful bodies
There's so
to
many
blend
different
into the
kinds
petals
of
of flowers,
spiders, even in
where they
our
wait
little
to
area,
ambush
that it's just
unsuspecting pollinators.
disgusting.
Another example is the bowler spider, which emits pheromones that closely mimic the scent of female moths. These pheromones attract male moths,
Look at that
who
little
follow
weird
the
thing.
scent,
They're almost alien
thinking they
with all
are
those
about to find a
eyeballs.
mate, only to fly into the bowler spider's trap.
Ooh, two ads. Two ads in this 11-minute video. Who's that guy? Michael Sarah? Dude cannot grow a beard, man. And it's sad. Like, just let it go. It's screaming. In me now. The beard wants to be shaved.
Extraordinary spiders cropped up during the Cenozoic era. Even though they can't fly, spiders developed unique tricks for spreading their lineages far and wide. For example, dwarf spiders and many other species use a dispersal method called ballooning to travel long distances and across bodies of
It
water.
swells up.
Like a balloon at the end of a string,
Go
they hang
Kirby!
onto loose strands of silk as they're carried away by the
Ass
wind,
wins.
sometimes traveling hundreds of kilometers before settling in a faraway land. Despite living almost everywhere on the planet, recent years have not been as kind to some populations of spiders. Human activity has taken a toll on many of the most sensitive species. For example, a 2020 study in Switzerland found that populations of the European garden spider had dropped to less than 1% of historical levels for the region. Deforestation has also destroyed common spider habitats, like rainforests and woodlands, while pesticides have killed many of the insects that spiders
people
normally
suck.
eat.
People gonna be
Nevertheless,
people though.
many spiders
live.
have found ways to survive in human-modified landscapes. In fact, some species are well adapted to urban environments and
Yes,
rarely live
sir.
anywhere else. The American house spider, for example, from the genus Parasteatoda,
That's really
lives
the name?
mostly in the corners of human homes, barns, and sheds, weaving messy cobwebs and feeding on common residential pests, including flies, ants, and smaller cockroaches.
Let them eat it.
Some orb weavers also build their webs around artificial lights, which naturally attract flying insects like moths and mosquitoes. Because of their remarkable adaptability, spiders remain some of the most abundant and influential predators of all time.
Very smart.
Key innovations, including web building and venom specialization, have
We
allowed
would
spiders to
not
exploit
want to go
countless
up
ecological
against
niches.
a life like
Some
a
spider
human-sized
populations
spider.
may be declining, but if evolutionary history has taught us anything, it's that spiders are extraordinarily resilient.
And that is the evolution of the spider.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Look, all I'm saying is
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, this is Neuro Des. Make sure you are following on Twitch. Follow me on quick kick, a good quick kick in the head. Follow me on Kick and YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed.